So how do we know where to start when it comes to working on ourselves? How do we stop ourselves in our tracks, in our busy lives, in our hustle mentality, to step out and see the bigger picture, to see where our lives are going, to see what needs changing? Because that is an overwhelming thought. Where do I start? So I remember asking myself this question in November 2012, and it was just after a period where things were so bad that I almost took my own life. And when I got over that small spell and started working on myself, I started to ask the question, how do I build my life? What are the areas that need covering to put me on the right direction, on the right path to the place where I can find my edge, feel aligned, and feel like I'm on a mission? And I didn't know where to start. So I kind of looked at my life and thought, what are the areas of my life that are really important to me? And this is how we came about learning the mission balanced code. And the mission balanced code consists of 5 key pillars that we assess our lives by. This acts as a grounding or a foundation for us to be able to reflect in our lives and ask ourselves, where is the balance? What's going well and what's not going well? I shared this concept first in my first book in 2017, In It's a State of Mind, when we did a life audit. So the audit, as you well know, is an opportunity to be able to stop, look at how something is performing and look for the areas of improvement. Now, if we audit our own lives, we want that structure behind it. So we used, at the time, 4 pillars, there are now 5, to be able to do that. So those 5 pillars consist of health, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Personal development. Are we developing the skills, the tools, the mindsets, the emotions to be able to raise our game, to be able to know how to move forwards, how to manage our time, how to make better decisions, how to know where our lives are going, how to be a better husband and father? Business. What focus in our business are we looking at? How are we moving it forwards? What are the constraints and what are the opportunities? Relationships. So relationships we break down into 3 sections. The one with ourselves, the one with our loved ones, and the one with our peers. How are we nurturing them? How are we connecting? How are we improving them? And then the final one, which is the most recent one that we've added, is fun. What fun are you having in your life? What are you doing to change the scenery, to change the environment, to make you smile, to make you feel fulfilled? So I'm going to take you through how you go about doing a life audit so that you have a start point and you can see the areas that maybe you're misaligned, maybe that you are not neglecting, that acts as the rocket fuel to push your mission in a direction that it needs to go, right? We look at the areas where we're lacking, where we're not prioritizing, and we go, how do I elevate this? How do I get this to the next level? How do I start improving? That then starts to become the blueprint of your mission, of the direction that you want to go, and the identity that you need to build in order to get to where you want to be. So here's how we go about doing our life audit. Now, when we look at our mission balance code, we've got all of the pillars that we spoke about. Now, what we want to do is get an accurate score on where we are with each. Now, there are considerations. Number 1, I want you to base this on the last 6 months of your life. So when you think about those 6 months, think about how has your health been mentally, emotionally, physically? How much time, energy, and focus have you been putting into your health, your relationships, your personal development, and so on? Okay. There are no 7s here. Okay, the way that this scores is at 0 is that you are not prioritizing it, you're not giving it the energy that it needs, and 10 is, man, I'm giving it everything. So the next thing is being honest. You've got to be honest with this, right? You can't fucking lie to yourself. You can't bullshit yourself. You can't hide the problems that are happening. The whole point of this exercise is to lay it all out there, right? So that you go, this is where I'm at. If it's a 2, it's a 2. We need to work with that. Next one is don't answer impulsively. Now, you are going to do this twice. You're going to do this once first thing in the morning. Sorry, you're going to do this once now, and then the next time you're going to do it the following morning, and then you're going to do it 7 days later, okay? So the next one is don't answer impulsively. You're going to probably do this 3 times. We're going to do that straight away, right now. You're going to do it tomorrow morning, and then you're going to do it again in 7 days. And the reason that we do that is that you might do a life audit and you might have had a terrible day. So your life audit might reflect that terrible day. When you do it the next morning, you tend to be at what I would call neutral. So nothing maybe has triggered you yet. So if you do it within the first 30 minutes of waking up, you kind of have a clearer mind. And when you do it 7 days later, you've maybe thought about it during the week, reflected on it a little bit more, put things more into perspective, and it's less of an emotional audit rather than a logical one, okay? So what we're going to do is you can score up to 50, and what we want to do and find out is what that score is going to be. Now, there is in the description down below a document that allows you to fill this out, so you can put it out there. And the thing that we recommend with this, with a lot of the guys, is to do it every single week. So every week you would do an audit on yourself and ask yourself, why have I scored myself this? Okay, and that's the other thing to note about this. If you score yourself a 2, I want you to put why you scored yourself a 2. If you're a 10, I want to know why you scored yourself a 10. And the part of that understanding is the key part, right? Because if you understand the why, you can then make the changes required. All right, guys, so let me know how you get on. In the description, you'll find the document that you can print off, or you can just do it in notes. Set a timer to do this every single week on a Sunday evening, and make sure that you are understanding the patterns and the things that are happening in your life that are adjusting these scores, so that you can then adjust with them rather than them just consuming you. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And just to give you a bit of a heads up here, this guy here, Tim, did this religiously. And you can read his case study here or watch his case study here and see how it's helped him over his journey.